I grew up in an era where when you went to a wedding or a party, you had the dress made, the shoes were dyed to match the dress, the women wore mink stoles, and they had beautiful jewelry and brooches. And that was the era I grew up in, and I think it was just a charming time. And part of what I do with my jewelry is to kind of reminisce that. The times when I would be in my grandma's bedroom and be going through all of her jewelry on top of her dresser and just be linking all these different necklaces together to see what looked good and putting bracelets on and a little bit of blue eyeshadow from Avon and all that. So I've always loved jewelry because it was something that she really loved, and she had lots of it laying around, and she always let me play around with it, so it was fun for me. When I was in Sedona, Arizona last year with my dear friend, we were window shopping, and we had kind of diverged into two different areas, and I heard her call me over to show me something, and she said, "Touch this," and she held up a necklace, and I touched it, and I went, and I almost dropped it, and I said, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" And she goes, "It's not beads, it's not metal, it's yarn." And that's when I was first introduced to yarn fiber art. I have worked with all kinds of yarns because I love to crochet, but this yarn is completely different. It's called ladder yarn, and it's woven with silvers and golds. It comes in a lot of different colors, and it's a yarn I've never seen before. And that's how I named my business Illusion Jewelry, because it's surprising. I've had people come up to me and say, "What a beautiful necklace," and all I say is, "Touch it." And they'll touch it and they just jump back, and I just love that surprise on their face. So that's what I love about the jewelry and working with the fiber. Well, it was really kind of fun. I have my best friend who I Skype with every Thursday, and she was the one that was in Sedona with me and showed me the necklace. And as I'm playing around with different designs, one day she said to me, "You know, have you ever thought of making a necklace like an infinity scarf? You know, it just never ends." And I kind of rolled my eyes like, oh no, not another thing she's putting in my head. But just to make her happy, after I got off the call, I sat down with the yarn and I started to try to figure out how I could make a necklace that looked like an infinity scarf. And by our next call that following Thursday, I kind of held it up in the computer and said, here's your necklace that's like an infinity scarf. And she was just tickled, and all of a sudden it was like I saw it. I actually saw it and went, oh my gosh. And then I said to her, "You know what, this is kind of neat, and what if I make different lengths?" And so it just was a springboard from there. So it was my friend's thought and me taking that thought and building on it that's created what we have. I was looking to find a business for myself that was something I enjoyed. You know, you can find a job and you work for a company, but is it something that you're passionate about? This I'm passionate about. I've been crocheting since I was 13 years old and doing all kinds of different arts and crafts. And this jewelry was so intriguing to me that I decided that I wanted to not only learn how to make it, but turn it into a business for myself, because I wanted to share it with other people. What motivates me is I see that there's untapped potential in people everywhere wearing this jewelry. I don't think a lot of people know about it. I don't think people know all the different ways that you can wear it. I don't think anyone has made anything like this. It's the first of its kind. And I think that its uniqueness alone is what's driving me to want to put it to market and sell it, that other people can have the fun with it like I am.